time left.
Chicago, and we're back in the Chicago Street Course. This time, hopping in the Next Gen's Class A fixed for an 18-lap race. We're car number 4, I think, so I'm going to go ahead and qualify again like we did for the Xfinity Series race. We'll see if we can put ourselves up ahead of any big wrecks, though that didn't really work as planned for that Class B race. And I'm massively overdriving that, but you can really attack it, and I'm not attacking it as hard as I can, even though I almost pushed wide there. Like, you can really attack it. Feeling much less comfortable in these cars here. I think a lot of that just has to do with the tire, like the temperature of the tire is not up to high enough yet, and so it's the PSI isn't high enough, and I'm bottoming out quite a bit, especially through this section, especially right here in this long left-handing sweeper. Right there is a big dip, and that's really throwing me for a loop. And this car also has the tendency to spin whenever it feels like, which is also making it difficult. But like the Xfinity cars, I'm not really using first gear, but I am shifting a lot more with these. Obviously, we got a 5th gear and sequential, so. But I think this is a single split. It's like 30 people signed up, so it could be a mess in the back of the pack or throughout the entire pack. Could just be a big mess just because this is the Chicago Street Course and this is the Class A cars. Really gotta watch the... Oh my gosh. Well, there's first gear. Really gotta watch the tire lockups. If I start to lock up at all, like, there's no way I'm making the corner. Like, it just won't slow down. Try and use a little bit of engine braking. That can really help with this thing. So I'm kind of downshifting quicker than I normally would, just because the engine braking is very helpful with these, because the regular brakes don't work like you want them to. And this, I just have no idea how fast I can take it. And that always wants to break loose on me. We're already over a second, almost a second and a half quicker on this lap. Fast guys were up in like the 129s, so we're nowhere near that. But I'm just hoping I can keep it safe, keep it out of the wall as much as possible. There's a 1:32.1, so I'm pretty happy with that.
There's the flag. It's over.
But as we saw in the Xfinity race, turn 1 is going to be an absolute doozy. Looks like we're in P6 right now. I'll take that. About halfway up through the people who have qualified, but being the number 4 and just because of the nature of this track, I kind of wanted to be as far up as I could. Same kind of mentality as the Xfinity race. Had I been like number 28, then I probably would have just started in the back, just kept it clean. But you can really just get trapped if there's a wreck in front of you that blocks the whole track, like we saw in turn 1, the first race we did here. And these cars, I think we're going to see even more crashing than the Class B cars. They seem a little bit tougher to handle. Maybe not tougher, maybe just different. For me, it's tougher because I'm locking up so much, and I'm not comfortable swinging the weight of this car around just because it has the tendency to spin out so easily. But we'll do our best. See if we can keep it fairly clean. No cautions at least, so we won't be here for 2.5 hours. And we won't be getting run over on the pace laps. So that's good. Right there, out of that turn, that left-hander, I'm getting really loose as well. I'm going to have to be very careful on throttle. But yeah, this car is tough for bumpy tracks like this, just because it's so stiff on the underbody. and it has a tendency to bottom out, and that just really upsets the balance. But I think once the tire pressures come up with the tire temps, should be better, should be a little bit easier to handle. We're starting P7. That is totally fine with me. Let's go ahead and refresh the paints. Is there anything I want to do here? Probably not. And we're just going to have to be careful in turn 1. No idea how this is going to go.
Alright, man, we got to line up on the left side here.
Just going to turn everything off. If we have to pit for damage. It might be a smart idea. Well, no. These cars on road, you don't want to take tires, I guess. So good I turned those off. We're going to be starting on the left side into turn 1 this time. That was a little bit different last time. And this could be tricky. I'm going to be very, very, very cautious about turn 1. I need to make sure I slow down in time because I was really having trouble overdriving it in practice. But I do not want to run anybody over here. It is going to be a big mess. If we can get through the first few corners, especially with the tires not up to temp yet, that's going to be the most dangerous part. First few corners, get single file spread out, and maybe we start putting in some decent laps and bring it home. How many laps was the Xfinity race? Like 15? We got 18 this time. So 3 more laps of chances for me to overdrive and hit the wall. Let's keep that to a minimum if we can. No idea if we'll be able to. It could be tough. It could be tough indeed.
He is really showing his moves off.
Yeah, this might be one of the few races where a ringer probably has a really good chance to. Like I said, none of the NASCAR guys have done anything like this. Except maybe AJ, but it was an open wheel cars.
Average lap time is. They do that. They do that almost every other week in V8 supercars, I think.
10 cars starting on pit road. That could be a good idea. Like if I was number 15 or even mid-20s, that might be something I try. Though more likely I just try and start in the back and start on track. But I don't think that's going to be a bad move. Just such... There's no room here. Any little wreck, if it happens in front of you, there's a 90% chance you're going to be in it. We got very, very lucky in the Xfinity race where we were able to drive around it. That is not something that's likely to happen. Try and get these tires warmed up a little bit. Really will pay dividends. It's very, very tricky on cold tires. And we'll see if we can survive turn 1. I'm going to be braking very early. I'm going to keep reminding myself so I don't forget. And we'll do our best. Hopefully this goes like the Xfinity race, but if not, we at least had a pretty good, clean race there, and don't have to feel too bad about how we do here. Though I would love to have another clean one. Just got to be careful in front of us. Once they get spread out, it'll be a lot more easy, or a lot easier, a lot more comfortable. It's getting to the spread out part is the hard part. And hopefully I'm not too off the pace for some of these corners and get run over just because I'm trying to take it way too easy. So I just don't like pushing this car right on the edge, especially on road courses. It just really loves to break loose with no warning. And it's very difficult to catch, unlike the Xfinity car, the truck, or any other stock car. Just the way this suspension system's set up and everything. And the tires with the lack of sidewall. But here we go. How's turn 1 going to be?
On straightaway, just get ready.
The pace cars?
I don't know.
Good luck.
They're going quickly.
Maybe not.
Green.
5 car's not. That's alright. Okay, somebody overdrove it up ahead.
Go left.
Like half the
Damn.
field overdrove it.
Don't back.
Still there. Hold your line. 3 wide. You're
Come
on
on,
your right.
guys, don't
Got one
back.
on your
I'm
right.
sorry.
Okay, alright, we're alright.
All clear. All clear.
We're
I
clear.
loaded in there. Just sit here and wait.
Half the people in front of us just overdrove that and hit the tires, so we got very lucky again.
You already wrecked?
I knew you were gonna do that, you piece of shit. Why are you pushing into turn 1? These cars don't stop.
Why are you
People are
backing
not
up
happy.
from the wall and taking everybody out after you screwed up? Whoever did
People
that
really not
idiot.
happy. Let's turn that off for a minute. Again, we get away with it. Very lucky. We have the 8 car behind us. He could be quicker than we are. People ahead of us look to be quicker than we are, so that's fine. Everybody locking it up. I'm going to try and lock it up as little as possible. I think that... Oh, the 5.
You got one on
Oh
your left.
my gosh, how did I not hit him?
On the left.
They're still making contact back there. Whew. We're getting very lucky. Very lucky. Now we have a huge gap behind us. I mean, they're faster than us. They can make that up, but that is a big cushion for us right now. I'm very happy to see that. Now let's just not make any mistakes. Man, we got lucky.
Whoever started third, you were like one of the stupidest people on this thing.
7 car has been going off for an entire lap here. Guy ahead of me is blinking a bit. Over 5 seconds behind us now. This is perfect scenario for us. We're up to 6th.
Went from 12th to 29th on the first turn because I actually sat there and waited before I backed up.
That was terrible.
Alright, because we're taking that right-hander onto this straightaway, so much easier. The 8 car really gained a lot on us there. And that's fine. I just don't want to push this car too bad. If the 8 gets up here and passes us, I'm fine with that. I'm just going to keep it as clean as possible. And for me, doing that is by not pushing it in the braking zone or through the corners. And just keeping it as straight as I can. We got a little bit looser through there than I wanted. Come around and complete another lap. I'm very happy to be in this position. Very lucky once again. We got somebody coming out of the pits. That's the 5.
Go left.
He's just going to back off and let everybody
On your
go.
right.
Appreciate
All
that.
Clear, all clear.
Just looking at him and kind of overdrove the corner. The 8 car may catch us by the end of this corner here. Nope, not quite. I was going to pull over for him. He caught us from like 5 seconds back. We'll get out of his way here soon. As long as I don't overdrive it. Not here to race anybody. As weird as that sounds, I'm here to race the track and race myself, make sure I don't wreck myself out.
Looks like my strategy's working.
So hopefully this guy's a little bit patient through here. Because there's no room to pull over in this section.
The car in P.
I'm just going to get out of his way right here.
Fastest lap. 1 minute.
Make it very obvious.
0.51. Got one on your left.
Alright. We're in good shape. The 2 car is catching us. The 15's still about 5 seconds back. We just need to keep it straight. If we're not faster than anybody and never pass a car, that's fine. If we don't wreck, we'll probably pass some people, as we already have. We passed like 4 people in the first turn. Pretty similar to what happened in the Xfinity race. I can't believe we got very lucky again in that almost exact same way. I was almost thinking that 17 was going to roll back in front of us. He almost rolled back in front of the 5. I thought we were going to be in it at that point, but somehow we didn't make any contact. Oh, the wall. Alright, whew! 2 cars catching quickly. We won't be in his way either. For very long, at least. Just try and get it around. Very loose through the McDonald's section. Nearly overdrove that. We had a slow car call, but didn't see anything. We got the 28 on pit road. It's not for position for us, though. Get this thing slowed down. 2 car has almost caught us. And he's got the 5 behind him, and then the 9 is coming pretty quick as well. So we might drop back pretty far. Yellow flag. Somebody was wrecked right there. I don't know who it was.
Thank you for staying where you were. Poppy.
Let's get out of this guy's way.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
Yeah, I was trying with the leader pass and I screwed up my braking point. At least it didn't wreck my car.
There we go. No need to try and stay ahead of somebody that we're clearly not quicker than. That's just going to get us into trouble by either I'm going to push too hard or we're going to get run over. Our best chance is just to survive the track. But we do have a lot of people on their way up the 9. So we're going to drop back a few spots.
Car on your right.
He's just going to throw it in there. I'll just get out of his way.
Still there? Hold your line. All clear, all clear.
Did I leave enough room there, Gavin?
What?
Other Gavin.
Yeah, you were good. I was going to get out of your way anyway.
I figured I locked him up just a little bit to make sure I didn't get you.
Yeah. All good.
What was that, dude?
That's why he threw it in, because he locked it up and couldn't get it slowed down as much.
That
That's
was
all right.
called an accident. My tires spun on me, and I did not intend it.
Yeah, big accident. I'm like 3 seconds faster than you.
A lot of unhappy people in this race.
Okay, sorry, cool guy.
Got the 5 behind us, who's a lap down.
My car's damaged.
He's
so
getting
I really
caught by the
appreciate
7.
that. Learn how to drive your car.
Hey, no problem. You're welcome, bro.
Did a 1 minute 27
Sorry.
7 8 4.
Can we all get along?
Oh, look, I said I was sorry. When we were coming out of the turn, we were side by side. I went on the gas a little too hard. My tires spun and got into him. It was not on purpose, but he's upset. So, nothing I can do.
It's racing.
Something might have
You
happened.
can move out of the way so you don't hit me again when I pass you.
Something might have happened to the 7. He's back to 3.5 seconds back. I don't know if the 5 slowed him down a little bit or what. There's a big gap behind the 5 now, like 11 seconds. So we might fall back to
Car on the right.
9th. Once the 7 gets up here and passes us, but that is fine. If we can get a top 10, I'd be pretty happy. If we can just survive this whole thing without wrecking, that'd be pretty amazing as well. And so far, Feeling pretty good. Perfect timing for that. Alrighty. Getting a little bit more comfortable, but I can't get lured into a false sense of security, being able to push the car too hard and end my race in disaster. This section, I don't think I'm attacking as hard as I need to, but that big bump in the center of it is really making it tough for me. Not comfortable through there. You can see how much quicker everyone is. We'll get out of 7's way here soon as well.
Go ahead, dude.
That was your fastest lap of the session.
Just hit our fastest lap of the session, 1:31.8. Get out of the 7's way now.
Car on your left. All clear, all clear.
Yeah, this car is, I mean, this track is kind of hard to let people pass on, though. It's so narrow in this section.
Gotta wait for the right moment.
People passing, just gotta have patience.
That's right. Got him by us. That group up ahead of the 9 isn't too far away.
It's not your job to get out of their way. I mean, it's courteous, but it's their job to pass you clean.
But we're not-
I should, because
Not going to catch anybody ahead of us. We're just not quick enough. But there could be some more accidents. People grabbing the wall. There's my nemesis wall. Whoop. The 7 has recovered from his... Oh my gosh. See that bump? Just jumped it sideways. I gotta just stay out a little bit wider through there. But I think the 7 was one of the ones that overshot it and went into the tires into turn 1. So he's recovered pretty well. Back up into 8th. Big gap behind us now. We're in P9. That's fine.
down.
10 to go.
10 laps to go. Already done 8 laps. Man, it's flown by. It's been pretty fun. Just doing laps around here has been pretty fun. This is a fun track. I do like it. I really wish they'd go back to Chicagoland, but this is a fun track as well. Like, I don't disagree with the fact
I'm
that
wondering what this is, though.
Chicagoland, I think, would be a better race for these cars. But this track by itself, taking away the NASCAR stuff, I think is pretty fun. And I like manhandling stock cars on road courses anyway, getting them around the track. It's a fun challenge, I think. Alright, stay a little bit wide here. Yeah, the bump's not nearly as bad, but I don't think we're losing time going out wider. That's okay. Get it out of the final corner. And we're looking pretty good. Five, I think, is just riding behind us. If we have to let him go or something, then I'm not concerned about that either. Obviously, it's not for position. He's probably quicker than us. He's probably just not trying to be right up on our bumper. Man, you can attack that so much harder. I'm just so scared of it. Shouldn't be losing any more spots though. 10th place is 12 seconds back. As long
My
as we don't
strategy
put it
with
in the
this race
wall.
was to start in the back and wait for a bunch of people to wreck out, so it's working.
Go ahead, Nate. My car's destroyed.
Yeah, mine's undrivable. It's a piece of crap now.
Tempers are flaring at the Chicago street course. I don't know how the racing's going to be
Yeah, I ended up gaining about 8 or 10.
in the real race, but I just hope it's going to be better than Coda, where they just wrecked into turn 1 for like the last 8 restarts in a row. I think this has the potential to have something like that,
Alright, man, we got one stopped up ahead.
just because of the nature of the turns.
We've got a slow car on the left.
Okay, the 16 is wrecked from 6th place.
Hey, bud.
Something to keep an eye on. Looks like he's really struggling with the tires right now.
Just wrecked yourself.
He may be off the pace a little bit, I don't know. Hopefully we can be around him cleanly. Looks like he's able to pull away.
Nope, that's not gonna work. Just take the line. I'll get around you in a minute here. Come around. There was no way I was gonna be able to ship it up inside and make that corner.
Got lap traffic
Thank
up
you,
ahead. Whoop, nearly grabbed that wall.
No problem. I'm just trying not to kill anybody or kill myself.
Good plan.
We're gonna have to find a way around him here. He's staying
I'm
wide,
in
thank
for
you.
Top 10 on road course. I'm
Car on
gonna be
your left.
static.
Clear on
Thank
the
you,
left.
thank you.
Go right.
Okay, I screwed that corner up a bit. I slowed down way too much.
I think you got that top 10 in the bag. As long as you don't wreck.
Yeah, the key word is the last part of that sentence.
Plenty of opportunities left for people to wreck. Just making one slight mistake.
Yeah, as long as 7 doesn't force you wide.
Sorry, Blake. Wasn't trying to beat your bag bumper off like that.
I didn't screw myself up this race. I've been getting screwed with other people. I heard that.
The car in P1 just hit the fastest lap.
127 from P1. That's so far away from what we're able to do. It's insane. That's confidence with the car, knowing how hard you can attack it. Not something I possess or probably ever will. We're just out here to do the best we can and not wreck it ourselves or anybody else.
The scorecard's streaming, and I don't want to end up on his stream for the wrong reason.
Ooh,
Going up high.
sounds like the 9 car was a viewer. Been having a good race though. We may have to end up passing the 16. I don't know how easy it's going to be. Probably impossible without him making a mistake similar to the Xfinity race. But he's not able to pull away from us. I don't know if it's because of damage or what the deal is.
Oh, for the first time in the race, I hit the wall. It was a little tab. I didn't get in.
The car in P1 just hit the fastest lap.
Another 127 from first place.
Doing this kind of race, you have to literally make you a better overall driver.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I was about to ask who's in first place, but it's lost Chastain. You better win this. You're my favorite driver.
Yeah, despite the fact that he caused the wreck I got involved in on iRacing, I think I was happy to see him win my race.
I recently did a race with Garrett Smith.
Keep grabbing the wall a little bit. But that's fine. As long as we don't hit it hard enough to get a 2x and potentially break something. Little taps are not going to hurt us too bad. We're having to turn into a pretty good battle with the 16 here. I'm able to keep up fairly well. 5 car's definitely just sitting back there and not trying to get in the way, and much appreciated from him.
5 laps to go.
5 to go. It feels like this one's gone quick. I don't know if the cars are a little bit quicker around the track. Don't remember what lap times we were doing for the Xfinity cars. Or if I'm just having more fun, but this has been pretty fun, even though I've been by myself most of the time. We got the leader behind us on the F3 already. That is insane speed from him. Trying to attack that corner a little bit harder now. I'm getting more comfortable there. And I think it's paying off a bit. What did I get in the Xfinity cars? P9, I think? So we're in line for pretty much the same finish unless we can pass the 16. Ooh, 16 goes wide there.
Thank you.
We just gotta wait, know where to pass them in this section. Let's make sure we don't run into him, looking at his bumper.
Oh, you just almost done. See you there, 14.
No, you're fine.
Just got done with a 6-minute and 40-second repair time.
What position are you in right now?
The car
I
behind
don't
you.
even know, man. I don't want to look. It's gonna hurt my feelings.
Can we find a way around the 16?
Understand.
I'm not sure we're gonna be able to. But I'm gonna try and
The car behind
keep
you,
up
pitting.
and maybe force him into a mistake, but he's been very consistent so far, and he's much better through that corner than I am. So I don't know, I don't think we're going to be able to, but I'm gonna try and keep the pressure on if I can. But he has been rock solid so far. He had that one slip up into this corner up here, but that's been it. Whew. Feels crazy trying to go through there quickly.
Thank you, 27.
Leader's 6 seconds back. We're probably going to get lapped. Definitely enough time left. Not what I was expecting, but
2 laps to go.
leader's already got the 2 to go.
Thank you.
He may not get up here, but how much quicker he is every lap, there's a good chance. Okay, a little bit better through there. We kind of matched the 16th pace that time.
Did somebody just spin out or something?
Not sure.
Yeah, that was me. I locked it up.
Well, I just locked it up and car's done. I'm gone. Good race, fellas.
I get around here 11.
Oh, man.
Thank
Right on him, but just nowhere to go. Nowhere to go with it. Leader's getting the white flag. 16 locks it up a little bit right there, but not enough to make any difference.
Well, after being backed into on turn 1, I'm 29th back up to 10th finally.
He's better through there than we are. 2 seconds back to the leader. He may not end up catching us. He's on the white flag. We got a piece of a car in the middle of the road. And we got the 10 up ahead.
Leader is coming up on you.
Oh, that is not a good place to let somebody go. In the middle of the apex.
But I was assuming this was going to happen. But was there a big top?
Let's see if the leader's patient with us or if he's going to try and force it around. I don't think he's got any pressure behind him. But we're not going to have anywhere to let him go. And I don't want to back off and do one less lap because I got a race right in front of me. 16 gets the bump and goes wide a little bit.
Alright, man. White flag at the line.
We're getting the white flag. Leader's coming around to get the win. One more chance to pass the 16. One more chance for him to make a mistake. Also, one more chance for us to make a mistake. Oh, we're both going wide. He gets loose.
Yeah, I spun around. Well, I didn't really spin up.
We got this lap car who's right behind us. Hopefully he doesn't cause any issues. That would not be nice.
I didn't park it. I took the turn real slow so you could go around me.
He's literally got nothing to gain. I got a race literally right in front of me, and he just pounded the wall.
One on your right. All clear, all
Hang
clear.
in with another lap.
And that's what we needed right there. That's why I didn't.
I seen you.
That's why I didn't back off and let the leader go so we could finish the race early, because I thought we'd have one more chance at that. And we finally forced him into a mistake. And thank goodness. And we get our P8. Well worth the extra lap. Oh, man. That was fun. All we were waiting for with the 16, I was never going to be able to find a way around him.
Car stopped on the left.
It's just so impossible to find a place or get any sort of run.
Great job, driver.
Just waiting on that mistake. And we just got a 4X? What the heck was that? Come on. I just did a 0X race. You're going to give me a 4X for not even hitting anybody at the end? That is stupid. We might have been the last ones to finish, though, so maybe that didn't count. Yeah, it still says 0X. Okay, I guess we hit the 9. I didn't make any contact with him. Because we were like the last ones on the lead lap, so I think once the 18 behind us crossed the line, or anybody else, I think we got away with that. Still shows us 0X, but, I mean, that's huge netcode. Only reason I care is because we did that whole race 0X and then didn't hit anybody at the end, and we get a 4X, but I think we got away with 0. But let's take a look at the incidents if we can. I am very happy with the P8, obviously. Glad we were able to make that pass at the end. Kind of make the pass, we just kind of waited for a mistake. Fastest lap, very final lap, a 1:30.3. It's like a full second faster than any of my other laps, so we were getting a little bit better. Let's take a look. That is extremely loud. I was just going to hold my line here and not run anybody over. Just if I lose some positions because I'm being slow, then that's fine. But luckily, we get through that. And I don't know. I thought the 17 was going to roll in front of us, and then he stopped. And I thought the 5 was going to hit him or turn left into me. But we somehow don't hit anything. I'm just trying to be careful and then make sure we have room here. And we had plenty of room. So another close call into turn 1 that we get away with. Is this just a bunch of people missing the corner? Is there any contact? The 18 just overdrives it. 7's got nowhere to go. They both plow the wall, and then the 17's trying to miss it and gets hit by the 16, and that's why the 17 was spinning. And that is pretty much it, I think. I don't know if there's more contact, but a lot of people coming through, trying to get back going. 17's just doing donuts. 12 car, see what happened to the 12 car there. Oh, 17 just trying to get back going without any regard for everyone else around him. And that's why the 12 car was so mad the whole time. Even though that tiny little spin didn't really give him any damage, but I wouldn't be happy either, but that's fine, I guess. People on pit road. The incidents, the cycling through the incidents doesn't work too good for this track for whatever reason. 18 overdriving it again and getting into the 24 car. And this is when the 5 car overshot it. And I thought I was going to destroy him, but then the 8 hits him in the right rear and then gets on the gas a little too hard and gets sideways. And then that's why we gained so much time on them, and they're just still slamming into each other. That was a mess. 5 trying to get back going, but just decides to tow instead of pull out in front of anybody, and that's very good, thank you. Keep showing this front straightaway for no reason. Any more big wrecks that we missed? Probably, but no idea where they would be. 3 car. Gonna grab a little wall. Nope. Incidents do not work well here. I guess it's broken. Just keep showing the front straightaway. We saw the main stuff. Oh, there's something. There's something right there. The 25 just locking it up, missing the corner. Very easy to do that. And there's a face full of tires. Yeah, it's broken. But we come away with a P8. We do a little bit better than our Xfinity race, and we make a pass at the end. Quote unquote make a pass. We just waited for a mistake, tried to keep the pressure on, and finally got it. But good race into the 16 there. That was a fun battle. I was worried the lap car right at the end was going to get in the way when he had nothing to race for, but luckily he really didn't. For me anyway, he might have gotten into the 16. Let's go take a look at that actually. That final lap. So we got this lap car coming up who's in 19th. Nobody around him for position, and he's feels like he's trying to get up here and pass us, and he nearly gets to us, but doesn't actually get alongside us. But he has no reason to be this close, especially if he sees there's a battle right there. He gets way closer than this. Like we have a battle for a top 10 position here. And you can just hear him coming up. Like there he is. But I'm getting better through that corner, trying to keep up with the 16. Trying to keep the pressure on without running them over. Like that was very scary. I was not going to pull over for the lap car. And then finally he overdrives it, slams the wall, and then he loses a bunch of time. So I don't know if he spun or what, but he finally overdrove this downhiller, and we can sneak around his left side. Another 2 wide here. Lap car overdrives it. And the 16 just has nowhere to go. Unfortunate end for the 16. He overdrives this as well, that's why. But we had a good battle. I really enjoyed that. He gets back going. I think he's the last one to cross the line. So where are we? Okay, we hadn't hit him yet. So hopefully that 4X doesn't count. Like I wouldn't care if we got a 4X in the race, but having it completely clean race and then get a 4X right there trying to get around people, that would be a bummer. But I think we're fine. Either way, it doesn't matter. But I'm happy with that. That was a fun race, fun car combo, very tough, but yeah, enjoyable.